My dear friends, spring has come again. The sun again rays and the darkness disappear. And now I think is a good time to explore the forest once again. I really love to go to the forest and I love nature. Yes. Since I was a child, I love to go to the forest and explore everything. Now I'm going to the forest again. And please feel welcome to come with me. The village where I am in right now is called Silica Plateau, and it was inhabited already 20,000 years ago. It is one of the first places which were inhabited in an area of the land which is now called Slovenská republika, Slovak Republic. And it's really a beautiful piece of land. Already prehistoric people were here, cave people, and then Celtic culture appear here. There are many places where you can feel a special energy which was left here from these people. I'm going to one of those places. It is called a Celtic meadow, or the meadow of the sun. It's a beautiful place and I would like to show it to you. Please follow me again. If you want to reach something valuable in this life, something really precious that have a capacity to change and transform your life, you have to give something for it. It will not be easy, and you will have to make certain effort to reach what you desire. And maybe that's why climbing up the hill was considered in many cultures as a symbolical act. We are climbing up the hill to reach different state of mind. And once we will be there, we will find some satisfaction. It's a symbolical act. It's not just a physical act. We can transform it into the symbolical act, which will have a power to transform our vision of this world. So let's climb up this hill. It is entirely upon us how we choose to perceive our life. It can be a fight for survival. It can be a fight for fame, glory and satisfaction. Or we can transform it into the quest for the philosopher's stone. We can really transform our life so that it will have a deep meaning. It depends just upon us. The reality is shaped by our perception. So we are the gods of our world. We do shape this world and this moment also. In the same way, this trip to the hill can be just perceived as a healthy exercise or a funny way to spend your time. But it can be also perceived as a road as a way to your deepest self. As we are going deeply into the forest, we are going deeply into the depth of our heart. We are going to explore what is inside. We are going to find the meaning. We are going to transform ordinary perceptions into sacred and holy perceptions. And this we can do only through our heart. So let's open our hearts and look around. On our way towards our goal, it's sometimes good just to stop and look behind and just see and enjoy how much we have already done. In this way, we can always find the strength which is necessary for our next step. We have already done a lot of things. We are not exactly beginners. We did a lot, and we can enjoy this and appreciate it. We went through hard times and through easy times. We did survive, and now we are here, ready for another step. So just let's sit down and enjoy the view. And now please let me tell you about how I did find this place, this Celtic meadow where we are going to. It was already 14 years ago, quite a long time ago, in the winter, when I was just walking around this forest alone. And in one moment, when I looked at the sun, I felt like it wanted to tell me something. As if it was telling me, come and follow me. So I followed my heart and this inner voice, and I went straight towards the sun. And as I was walking through the forest, in one moment a magical view opened around me. And that was the Celtic meadow. In one moment I found myself in a beautiful piece of land, in a little meadow, which, as I found out later, was really a Celtic place where certain rituals were performed, where many people and druids met. I loved that place since then, and I always like to be there, just to sit down, read the book, meditate, or just observe the birds flying around. Soon I will show you that place, and I hope you will enjoy it as much as me. And here we are on the Celtic meadow, up high on the hill in the forest around Silica Planina. One chapter was finished. We reached our goal, and now we can relax and enjoy our time here. This is also symbolical, and it's really a beautiful part of the journey. Now we can just calm down and for a moment just connect with this place, with ourselves and with the world which is around us. And now another part of our journey starts. We have reached some quiet place. Now, when we are not disturbed by anything, we can go inside. We can now observe our inner world. We can start with our body, with our senses, with the world, and we can then continue with our feelings, emotions, states of mind. Now it's time to go deeply into ourselves and to see what is there, to feel it, and just to be with it as simple as possible. Just to connect with what we are. You can close your eyes if you like to. I think down there elves live. I have never seen elf or any other invisible being, but I really believe that they exist. So many people saw them, and me personally can sometimes have a feelings that maybe there's something somewhere. But I have never seen them, so I cannot be sure. Anyway, I do believe in the existence of these beings. I think it's good to have an open mind. I think just down there's a huge kingdom of elves. They usually love to live in rocks, trees, and they have, as I heard, highly developed culture. They have houses, they have libraries, even the universities, and they have also abilities which would be considered to be special in our human world. They can read the mind, they can feel many things. I think just down there in those rocks there is a really big city, a kingdom. I personally gave them a little gift It was a brass queen, little queen, as from a chess play, and I hope they will like it. It's good to give to those beings sometimes gifts, because then you can become a friend with them. And it's good for them that you respect them, and it's also good for you. Well, people from the beginning of the world believed in the existence of invisible beings and other beings, and many claim to have encounters with them. But then, of course, with the forceful coming of Christianity, all these beliefs and the natural religions were forcefully forbidden and destroyed. So now is rather strange to think or talk about these things, which were common and normal just before coming of Christianity to Europe. It is said that the wonderful religion of Christ was somehow connected with the Empire of Rome. This combination was not so good and beneficial for the world. As we know, the Christianity came with the fire and sword to this land. Many people were killed, many people died. The natural religion was forbidden, and who would perform rituals could be killed or persecuted, or his family would be punished. We cannot even imagine the horrors of those days. And I personally do not believe that such a behavior has anything to do with the teaching of Jesus Christ. I think it was a mistake. And I'm very sad that such a beautiful teaching came here through such a horrible means. Anyway, we cannot do much now, but we can still dream and think about how beautiful it could be if, for example, Christianity would come to this land in peaceful way. How beautiful it could be if the Druids, Celtic culture, and all the people who lived here and performed their rituals would connect with the teaching of Christ, but in peaceful way. What a beautiful things could bloom from that union. I think the land would be a wonderful place to live. The problem which really destroyed this land, the thing which was really difficult, was that Christianity, as we know it, do not have respect for the nature, for the world around. World around, earth, nature, elements around us are for so-called Christian just empty, dead, material objects without soul, without energy in it. And that's very sad, because if we deny nature, we deny our own self. We are the part of the nature, and the nature is part of us. We are not different from the nature. Nature is not different from us. The same is with the soul and the body. There's not any clear line between these two. But all these ideas were destroyed, forgotten, and the sacred world was just destroyed. But now is our task, the task of us, people who think and who have open heart, to come back to the original ideas which were in this land. We have to come back to the living vision of this world. And we have to bring some positive ideas into this world. Otherwise, if we don't do this, if we will not work hard now, and if we don't connect, maybe just few of us, the world will fall into darkness. And those few stars which still shine on the sky will disappear. But we can still connect with ourselves and with the nature. We can still open our eyes and see and feel the sacredness of this world. And then we will feel the sacredness of ourselves. We will start to see the God in ourselves, in our mind. The God will look through our eyes. And ordinary being will disappear. What will be left will be only God's vision. I personally do believe in God, but not in a God who can interfere with this world. Not the God who have a will, and by this will he rule the world. No. But I believe that we can somehow transcend our ordinary selves, and we can connect with everything. There's a space all around our little mind, and I do believe that it's possible to connect with this space and to directly experience God, to become God. In Old Testament, the God is somebody who rule, who perform and exercise his will, who rule and who create and destroy things. But as I see it, the New Testament represents another vision. This is a new
new philosophical concept of what the God is. The Jesus Christ now came. And as you see, Jesus Christ was a passive. He didn't fight with the world. He didn't rule out the Romans. He didn't destroy anything. He was there. He was even killed. He was absolutely passive. The God, in a way, as I see it, is not something active in a sense. It doesn't have a will like in the Old Testament. It's more like Jesus Christ. It's just pure love. In the Last Supper, one of the disciples of Jesus asked him, "You said you will show us God, so now please show us God." And Jesus said, "I'm so long with you and you didn't recognize me." It was quite strong. But the message here is the God in the man, and the Son of the Man is God. We are the gods. But this idea, of course, it's quite radical for some people. And actually, that's why Jesus was killed. Because he put himself on the level of God. He said, "I'm the Son of the God, you are the children of the God." Because although God, or highest principle, is everywhere, is in every being, not everybody recognizes it.